Assalamualaikum to Miss NABIHAH. We are from ELEK and today we will be presenting our final project for ICM572 Game Development. Our project is titled Vocabulary Hunter, a web-based educational game designed to improve English vocabulary learning through gamification. So let's get started. Vocabulary Hunter is an educational adventure game designed to help children improve their English vocabulary through interactive and engaging gameplay. Instead of relying on traditional memorization, players explore different environments, solve challenges, and identify the correct meaning of words while earning rewards and achievements. The game incorporates gamification elements such as instant feedback, rewards, and progression to increase motivation, encourage critical thinking, and improve problem-solving skills. By combining learning with adventure, Vocabulary Hunter creates a fun and effective learning experience that enhances vocabulary retention and makes language learning more enjoyable for young learners. Now we move to overall description of Vocabulary Hunter. Vocabulary Hunter is a web-based educational adventure game designed to help players improve their English vocabulary through gamification. Players explore 5 unique adventures: world, forest of word, library maze, ancient temple, crystal castle, and kingdom of knowledge. Throughout their journey, they search for treasure chests that contain vocabulary questions, making learning both interactive and enjoyable. The game consists of 5 adventure words with increasing levels of difficulty. As players progress from one word to another, the vocabulary questions become more challenging, allowing them to gradually build their English language skills. In each word, players must explore the environment and locate treasure chests, and every treasure chest contains a vocabulary challenge, and players need to answer the question correctly to continue the adventure and unlock the stage. To keep players motivated, Vocabulary Hunter includes a reward system consisting of coins, stars, and pay levels. This reward encourages continuous learning and provides a sense of achievement as players progress through their game. Finally, each word is unlocked progressively. Players must successfully complete the current stage before accessing the next word, ensuring a structured learning journey from easier to more advanced vocabulary. Now, the role of the player in Vocabulary Hunter. In this game, the player takes on the role of a vocabulary hunter, an explorer whose mission is to travel across different worlds in search of hidden treasure chests while improving their English vocabulary. Throughout the adventure, the player controls the character, collect rewards, avoid obstacles, and complete vocabulary challenges. The player's first task is to explore each world and locate the treasure chests hidden throughout the environment. These treasure chests are the main objective because they contain the vocabulary challenges needed to progress in the game. So after finding a treasure chest, the player must answer the vocabulary questions correctly. Correct answer allows the player to continue the adventure to move closer to completing the current world. As the player explores, they can also collect coins, stars, and XP. This reward increases the player's scores and level while encouraging them to continue learning and exploring. Finally, after completing all the vocabulary challenges in the current world, the player unlocks to the next world where the questions becomes more challenging. This progression allows players to gradually improve their English vocabulary while enjoying the adventure. Next, I will explain the business objective of Vocabulary Hunter. The first objective is to establish Vocabulary Hunter as a user-friendly educational platform for schools, parents, and self-learners. The game is designed to provide an interactive learning experience that aligns with educational goals while remaining flexible for future improvement and expansion. The second objective is to increase learners' motivation and encourage continuous participation through gamification. To achieve this, The game incorporates features such as point, star, XP, achievements, and progressive difficulty levels. These elements make learning more engaging and encourage players to continue improving their vocabulary skills. Lastly, Vocabulary Hunter aims to provide an enjoyable educational game that helps children improve their English vocabulary through adventure-based gameplay. Instead of simply memorizing words, players explore different words, complete vocabulary challenges, and earn rewards, making the learning progress and process more interactive and meaningful. Also make it fun. Overall, this business objective ensures that Vocabulary Hunter is not only an educational tool, but also an engaging game that motivates learners to continuously build their English vocabulary. Now, we move to market strength of Vocabulary Hunter. The first strength is that Vocabulary Hunter helps children learn English vocabulary in a fun and interactive way. Instead of relying on traditional memorization, players learn through exploration quizzes and rewards, making the learning experience more enjoyable. Secondly, the game is suitable for multiple types of users. It can be used in schools as a classroom learning tool, by parents to support learning at home, and by individuals who want to improve their English vocabulary through a self-study. Another strength is the use of gamification elements such as points, coins, stars, and achievement badges. These features motivate players to continue learning, complete more challenges, and progress through the different words. In addition, Vocabulary Hunter applies progressive difficulty levels. Players begin with easier vocabulary questions and gradually move to more challenging ones, allowing them to build their vocabulary step by step according to their learning progress. Finally, the game promotes active engagement in learning. Players are actively involved in exploring different words, collecting rewards, and answering vocabulary questions, which helps maintain their interest and improve knowledge retention. Overall, this market strength makes Vocabulary Hunter as a practical, engaging, and effective educational game for learners of different age and learning environments. Next, I will explain the target behaviors that Vocabulary Hunter aims to encourage among players. The first target behavior is continuous vocabulary learning. Vocabulary Hunter introduces different vocabulary words at each level, allowing players to gradually improve their English skills. As players progress through the game, they receive rewards and unlock new words, which motivates them to continue learning. The second target behavior is active exploration. Players travel through different environments such as forests, libraries, temples, crystals, and castles and kingdoms while searching for treasure chests. To continue the adventure, they must solve vocabulary challenges, making the learning experience more immersive and enjoyable. The third target behavior is the development of problem-solving and critical thinking skills. Players are required to understand the meaning of words, select the correct answer, and learn from immediate feedback. This process helps strengthen both vocabulary knowledge and decision-making skills. Finally, Vocabulary Hunters encourage long-term motivation and repeated practices. Features such as points, star, coins, achievement, and level progression motivate players to replay the game, improve their performance, and strengthen their vocabulary retention over time.
Now, let's move into the visual aid sessions, where I will walk you through the core concept and design of Vocabulary Hunter. So first of all is game concept. So first, the overall concept vocabulary is built as an interactive web-based game, and the main idea behind it is to turn vocabulary learning into an exploration experience. Instead of the usual passive memorizations like flashcard or word list, in this game, the player takes on the role of a hunter who travels through different theme words to discover new words. Each word is treated like a treasure to be found, not just to not just a fact you are forced to memorize. We design it this way because framing learning as an adventure, something with a clear goal, like explore, hunt, and master, helps keep players motivated and curious, which traditional methods often struggle to do. This identity is introduced right from the main menu through the tagline, which is explore words, hunt words, become a master. We also introduced the reward system early, like stars, coins, and player rank, and this stay with the player throughout the game, so their progress built up over time instead of resting every session. Next is the world selection screen called Choose Your Adventure. Here we present 5 themes words, and each one represent a different vocabulary category and difficult level. The world unlock progressively, so player needs to complete an early word before the next one become available. This encourages them to master easily vocabulary first before moving on to harder content. Complete words show clear progress markers like check marks and question count, so players immediately know how far they are gotten. And the same put from the main menu, which is stars, coins, streak carries over here too. So there is a consistent sense of progress across the whole game. Gameplay and explorations. Then we move into the actual gameplay and exploration screen. The player move along a fixed path through an illustration environment, and the path is broken into number of checkpoints. This keeps exploration structure instead of the long stretch broken into small achievable milestones. Along the way, treasure markers show where vocabulary items are waiting to be collected, and where a player finds a treasure found pop up given Steam instead feedback. Movement itself is kept simple with basic directional controls, so the focus stays on discovering vocabulary rather than dealing with complicated mechanics. Vocabulary quiz challenge. Finally, after exploring, players reach the vocabulary quiz challenge. This is where we test how well they actually remember the words they collected. A word appears on screen along with a few multiple choice options, and the player picks what they think it is the correct meaning. Then submit it. What's important here is that this is not just rereading the word. The player has to actively recall and apply its meaning, which helps strengthen memory more effectively. Right after submitting, they get immediate feedback on whether they got this right or wrong, so they can clearly see which words they are mastered and which one still need more practice. So overall, these 4 parts, the concept work, selections, explorations, and the quiz, work together as one connected system. The player is taught by the adventure team, guide through structured words, engage through hands-on explorations, and then make sure the learning actually sticks.
Assalamualaikum, my name is FARAHDIKA SHAHIRA. So today I will presenting about the graphic design. On this slide, I will explain the graphic design of our game, Vocabulary Hunter. So the first one is the game features a user-friendly and educational interface, making it easy for players to navigate while learning new vocabulary. And the next is we use colorful visuals with a simple navigation to create an attractive and enjoyable learning environment. This helps users to understand the game without confusion. In addition, the game includes clear icons, buttons, and animations to improve user interaction. So these elements makes the gameplay more engaging and easier to use. We also focus on enhancing readability by using suitable fonts, colors, and layouts. This keeps players to focus and interested through the game. And finally, the overall graphic designs balance learning with enjoyable gameplay encouraging players to stay motivated while expanding their English vocabulary. So next, I will explain about the color schema used in Vocabulary Hunter. So the game uses a bright and cheerful color palette to create a fun and learning environment, such as light blue and green are the main colors because they represent education, growth, and focus, helping players feel comfortable while learning new vocabulary. We also use yellow and orange for buttons, rewards, and interactive elements. These colors attract the player's attention and make the game feel more exciting and enjoyable. In addition, the combination of a white background with black text improves readability, making it easier for players to focus on the vocabulary and understand the content clearly. So overall, the color design creates a positive learning experience while maintaining a clean and attractive appearance that suits the education purpose of the game. Okay, the next one is I will present about the user interface and layout design of Vocabulary Hunter. So the interface is simple, clear, and easy to navigate. The main menu quick access to game, instruction, leaderboard, and settings. During gameplay, the question is displayed in the center with the answer option arranged below it. Important information such as the score, life, progress, and timer is shown at the top of the screen. The consistent button placement makes navigation easy and improves the overall user experience.
Next, I will explain the knowledge on components used in the Vocabulary Hunter game. Vocabulary Hunter consists of several important components that work together to create an interactive and enjoyable learning experience. First is the player character, which is controlled by the player to explore different worlds and collect vocabulary words. Next is the world environment, where players explore different theme locations while searching for new words. The vocabulary objects are the learning materials in the game. Players collect these words to improve their English vocabulary. After collecting the words, players will complete the quiz component, which tests their understanding of the vocabulary they have learned. The user interface or UI includes the menus, core display, buttons, and navigation that help players interact with the game easily. The game also includes a reward system where players receive points, star, badges, and unlock new levels after completing challenges. And lastly, the audio and visual components, together with the navigation system, make the game more engaging by providing sound effects, attractive graphics, and smooth navigation throughout the gameplay. So all of these components work together to make Vocabulary Hunter both educational and also fun. Now I will explain the game flow of Vocabulary Hunter. The game begins when the player selects Start Game, which brings them to the main menu. From there, the player selects a world to begin the adventure. After entering the selected world, the player explores the environment and collects vocabulary words hidden throughout the level. Once enough vocabulary has been collected, the player completes a vocabulary quiz based on the words they found. If the player answers the quiz correctly, they receive rewards and unlock the next level before continuing the game. However, if the answer is incorrect, the player can retry the quiz until they successfully complete it. This flow ensures that players understand the vocabulary before progressing to the next stage. Next is the reward system. The reward system is designed to motivate players and encourage continuous learning throughout the game. Players receive points for collecting vocabulary words and answering quiz questions correctly. They can also earn stars by achieving high scores and demonstrating excellent performance. In addition, badges are awarded when players complete special challenges or reach important milestones.
As players continue progressing, they can unlock new levels, allowing them to explore new world with more vocabulary and greater challenges. Overall, the reward system gives players a sense of achievement, encourage them to improve their performance, and makes learning English vocabulary more enjoyable and engaging.
For content development, initially Vocabulary Hunter was planned to be developed using GDevelop because of its event-based programming system. However, due to limitations in implementing complex game mechanics, managing multiple game worlds and overall project development, the platform was changed to Atoms. Atoms use JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, providing greater flexibility to build features such as player progression, scoring, interactive vocabulary quizzes, and world exploration. The game is deployed as a web-based application, allowing users to play directly through a web browser without installation. The game can also be accessed in the link below, making it convenient for demonstration, testing, and educational purposes.
Finally, I will present about the final setup of Vocabulary Hunter. The game is a web-based application that can be accessed through vocabularyhunter.atoms.world using a web browser, with no installation required. It includes all the main features, such as vocabulary quiz, scoring, navigation, feedback, and progress tracking. Before the final submission, the game was tested several times to fix minor issues and improve usability and performance. Overall, the final version achieves the project objective by providing a fun, interactive, and effective way to learn English vocabulary. So that's all from me. Thank you.
To conclude, Vocabulary Hunters successfully use gamification to make English vocabulary learning more fun, interactive, and motivating. Features such as words exploration, quizzes, points, stars, and level encourage students to learn while improving vocabulary retention. The project also helped the team develop skills in educational game design and user interface development. By changing the development platform from Develop to Atoms, our team was able to create better game mechanics and navigation. In the future, the game can be improved by adding more vocabulary topics, adaptive difficulty levels, multiplayer features, and teachers' analytics. That's all from us. Thank you.